And welcome back to this edition of High School Volleyball here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Just about to have the introduction of the starting lineups in this game between Bryan and Paulding. We'll give you the starting lineups first for Paulding, the visitors today. Asia Arellano gets the start along with Haley Dominique. Sadie Estel, she's the daughter of head coach Sherry Estel, getting the start as well. Jalen Parrott also getting the start today, and the starters are rounded out by Kristen Razzo, Mallory Taylor, and Megan Tope. On the Bryan side, Gwen Spangler gets the start, along with Courtney Wheatro and McKendra Seamer. Jess Robb also getting the start tonight, and the starting lineup is rounded out by Kennedy Lamberson, Abby Fernahu, and Madison Johnson.
It's neat to see some of these girls that play basketball as well, you know, multi-sport athletes, and they excel in both basketball and volleyball.
You see a lot of that at the high school level, not just players playing basketball and volleyball as well, but obviously some of these players or some of those basketball players you may see on the soccer field during the fall season.
And now that Bryan has dual sports, they might do both. So, for example, we saw on Thursday night, we had a soccer player, Chandler Jackson.
I believe Alex Potvin was also in that category.
Yep. Chandler Jackson, you kicked the field goal or kicked the extra point during the football game, and also played on the whole soccer game. So
yeah, I believe Evan Smith was one of the earlier players to play both soccer and football.
Yeah, last year was the first year at Bryan for dual sports where you could play more than one in a season, and so that experiment's gone pretty well from what I can tell. I think the coaches, you know, early on you have that nervousness. Are they going to be able to devote time to most sports? But especially for the idea of the kickers, and you know, that you can get somebody that is skilled at that to come to your football team.
And here at Bryan, there were multiple coaches who were instrumental in kind of making that work. Grant Redhead, the football coach, was one of them. So was boys soccer coach Nathan Neese.
Yep. Absolutely.
Starters being introduced, and again, Bryan 1-1 on the season. Paulding also 1-1. Bryan swept in their most recent set, but also came up with the victory, won their most recent game against Napoleon, was swept in their opener against Tenora.
And both of those were non-league, as is this one. Bryan, of course, in the Northwest Ohio Athletic League, the NWOAL, and Paulding out in the Northwest Conference.
This was also the first home game of the season for Bryan High School. I believe Paulding, their first match of the year was a home game against against Antwerp. They opened against Antwerp, their most recent match coming against Van Wert. That was a loss. Well, the two teams out on the court. We'll see who gets the first serve here. This is our first high school volleyball broadcast of the season. We got our sports broadcast kicked off a week ago. Boys soccer last Thursday, and then high school football on Friday, as it's going to be Gwen Spangler to serve for the Bears. And we're underway, but that one goes out of bounds, and that point will go to Paulding. And the serve back the other way is sent back across, and nice block. And they're going to get another point to Paulding. So the Panthers out to an early 2-0 lead in set one. Served over, sent back, and that's just out.
That was a close one, but just outside the line, as you said.
I think that was Courtney Wheatro who sent it out. Asia Arellano doing the serving for Paulding. And tip back over, nice dig by Jalen Parrott. Kept alive, meanwhile, by the Bears. Parrott can't put it over, and that's going to be a point for Bryan. Three to 1 the score here in set number one. Paulding has the lead. And this is Jess Robb doing the serving for the Bears, but can't get it over. That's twice that Bryan has served today, and the serves have just not gone well.
Yeah, they have not. I think that was Fernahow, though, that served that one, that number 24.
Set up, and there is Jess Robb, and she gets the kill. Nice effort. I think that was Kristen Razzo going down to try and dig it out, but to no avail. 4-2.
So this should be Courtney Wheatrow serving. Let's see if she can get it over. Oh,
not quite.
Wow. So 3 serves for the Bears, 3 serve errors.
Absolutely, and 5-2 now the score. And the last 2 serves have not even gone over.
No.
First one was just out of bounds by just a little bit. I believe this is Mallory Taylor. Nope. It's sent over. That was Kristen Razzo serving, and her serve goes out of bounds.
So Robb now serving for the Bears.
3-5, and she sends it over. Returned by the Panthers, and that's going to go to the stands. So a few struggles early on here for the Bears. Going to get a quick substitution as Spengler comes back in. Served over by the Panthers, dug out nicely by Spengler. Dug out on the other end, meanwhile, by Megan Tope. And a nice dig on the other end. Spengler going down to get it. Sent back across. Tipped up. Unfortunately, Bryan does not get a point out of that. Keeps it alive, though. And that's dug out on the other end by Paulding. And that'll go as a point for Paulding. Emma Horstman able to not knock that one down.
Good volley there by both teams. And nice job by Spengler to really dig it out.
Dug out by Spengler. And a good save by Macy Eiler. That's bumped up by Fernahow. And that one's going to go out of bounds off the net. And it will be a point for the Bears.
This will be Kenley Lamberson serving. One of 2 seniors on the team.
Lamberson, number 22. This is a Bryan team that lost 5 seniors to graduation from a year ago. Oh, good swat, but dug out on the other end by Tope. And Tope sends it back over. And that's going to be knocked back to the other side. Good save, though. I think that was Fernahow who kept it alive for Bryan. That's knocked out of bounds on the point to the Bears. So they finally get a point off one of their serves. And even with that being their first point off of a serve, it's still a close match.
Yep, 7-5 your score.
But that one goes right into the net. Off of Lamberson, and we'll go back to the Panthers as Tope gets set to serve this one. Set upward, and Lamberson sends it over. But a chance to return for Paulding. Dug out nicely by Lamberson. Good swap, but blocked, and that'll go to the Bears as Fernahow, I think she and Lamberson may have both been there.
Good teamwork, good talking there.
8-6 the score in Paulding's favor. That was McKendry Seymour serving. It'll be returned, and a good bump by Johnson. Spengler able to send it over. And this time, Spengler unable to dig it out. Had to make a tough dive to her left, and it's a 3-point lead. as Sadie Estel has to stop and tie her shoes. Sadie Estel, the daughter of head coach Sherry Estel. And that one goes out of bounds, but apparently it was touched by one of the, by Lamberson. So the point goes to the Panthers.
Well, let's undo that one.
10-6 the score in the Panthers' favor. Bumped up in the air, but out of bounds. And make it 11-6. As right now, Kristen Razzo is serving. We get a timeout.
Early on, the Golden Bears having some struggles. They're still within 5 points, but not, especially on the serving, not doing so hot.
Yeah, not getting many opportunities on their own serves. Well, they've gotten more opportunities, but not getting any points aside from the one on their own serves.
Absolutely, and you know that they're going to have to get that fixed here as the match goes on to try to get that you know, going. But of course, the team is a late bloomer, as Melanie Reinhardt says, that they come on strong towards the end. So let's see if that repeats itself. And I'm sure she's just telling them in the huddle there to relax, to, you know, just know your position, know your play, and talk. She's a big fan of the talk.
Well, it's going to be Kristen Razzo to serve as the Bears break the huddle. Razzo gets it over. A chance at a return for the Bears. Lamberson bumps it up. And sent back over by number 21, Haley Dominique. Make it a 6-point lead for the Panthers. Another good serve by Razzo.
Oh, nice
Swatting
move.
it back the other way was Fernahu. Good return, but there to knock it up was Seamer. Sent back the other way and saved meanwhile by Spengler.
Good volley.
Oh, nice block. Lamberson got up and knocked it down. Well, they don't get the point right out of the timeout, but they're able to get the ball back for a serve of their own.
Absolutely. Spengler back into serve.
Gets it over. And a good chance here for Dominique, but it's returnable for the Bears. Dug out nicely, though. Chance at a return, and there's the kill for Fernahu. And it's a 4-point game. Back-to-back points for the Bears. Another serve coming here for Spengler.
Good block.
Oh, blocked, but that one went out of bounds. And that's going to go to Paulding.
Good idea.
I think it was Fernahu who got a hand on that one. Make it 13-8. But that one goes off the net on the serve by Asia Arolano. And it will be Fernahu to serve for the Bears. Gets it over. Good swat, and that's going to be a point for the Panthers. Number 2, Jalen Parrott. 14-9. Well, the Bears able to stay with it, but still a ways to go if they want to come back and win set number 1. Bumped up, nice tip. That was Jess Robb, I think. Sent back the other way by Lamberson. Tip back over, nice dig. I think that was Fernahu who dug it out. And it's still alive. Robb trying to tip it over, she does. She won't get a point out of it though. Nice block. And Robb was involved in that one again.
Yeah, Robb, nice job there, a big force on the net.
It's going to be Courtney Wheatro to serve. 14-10, Paulding with the lead here in Bryan. And it's bumped up in the air by Arellano. Nice tip, but dug out nicely as well by Fernahue. Oh, good dig again, that time by Jalen Parrott.
Another
and the
block.
kill will go, or the block rather will go. I think that went to McKendry Seamer.
Yeah.
She was in the area.
Seamer and Rob kind of co-blocked that, but Seamer was right in the perfect position to do that.
Well, 14-11, Bryan keeping this one close. That's dug out on the other end. And swatted down on the other end. Well, Rob was in the area again.
It was Lamberson that made that one right there. Right on that front corner.
2-point lead for Paulding, but Bryan closing in. And that's going to be effectively an ace. That Jalen Parrott just couldn't get a clean grip on.
1-point game. Bears have done a good job keeping their heads in it and just focusing on what needs done. Serving is vastly improved.
Tipped over, and a chance at a return for the Bears. A little underhand bump there by Rob. And blocked to keep the lead for Paulding.
Nice block there by Paulding. I think that was 21.
Haley Dominique, she was in the area, so was Mallory Taylor. And this is going to be Leah Egner to serve for the Panthers. 15-13 in set number 1. Egner sends it over. Swatted back the other way. Nice dig, though, by Taylor. And that's going to land in no man's land on the bump by Fernahue. Well, just as Bryan was working their way back into this thing, Paulding gets a couple of back-to-back points. 16-13, they lead. Dug out, swatted down, and the point for Jess Robb.
And she'll jump right into the server's position after killing that.
That's a nice reward.
Yes, it is.
16-14 in favor of the Panthers. Good serve by Robb. Swatted down and blocked.
Seamer again was involved in that one. I don't know if it was Seamer or Fernahue that did that one, but I'm going to give that one to Seamer.
And once again, it's a 1-point game, 16-15. Robb gets it over. And that's going to be a tough return for just about anybody in a red uniform. That point will go to the Bears, and we are tied.
Look at here, we're all tied up.
Another serve for Jess Robb. 16-16 the score, and we're going to get a timeout called by Paulding head coach Sherry Estel.
Why don't we take it with them?
Yep, let's do so on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The hands-on training and education at Northwest State opens doors for good paying career opportunities with great local manufacturers. That helps me, my family, and my community.
Keeping children safe on Ohio school buses is a priority for the Ohio State Highway Patrol. This is Lieutenant Bob Aschenfelder of the Defiance Post. Safety on the roadway is a shared responsibility. Even though motorists are required to stop as a safety measure, children should always look both ways before crossing the street and remain alert to any sudden traffic changes. Together, we can make this a safe school year.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
You don't always see them, and they don't always see you. That's the time to call Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs in Edgerton. Many of today's vehicles feature very durable and lightweight aluminum construction, and we are proud to be one of the few shops in the area with the proper tools and certified technicians to bring that aluminum beauty back to life. Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs on State Route 6 on the east side of Edgerton.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
And welcome back to this edition of high school volleyball here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Thad Goff along with Chris Malinga. It is tied at 16 in set number 1 of this match between Bryan and Paulding.
Yeah, the Bears have done a good job coming back. They were down early, and they've been able to hold their own and keep serve the last couple of points.
They got the last 3 points. Jess Robb trying to help make it 4. Bumped over, still alive on the Paulding side. And Robb able to get that one in the air. Unfortunately, no one there to dig it out. And the lead right back to the Panthers.
So Spengler back in for Robb.
17-16, the Panthers lead. And sent back over by the Bears. Nice dig on the other end by Tope. Bears tried to block it, and now Lamberson sends it over. Return, meanwhile, by Horseman. And Lamberson will get the point and tie the game. I think that was Horseman who went down to get it, but unable to come up with the dig.
And once again, after a kill, you get to serve.
Tied at 17. And that's going to go as an ace for Lamberson. Looked like Taylor and Tope had a chance at it, but neither one of them could keep the ball alive. And it's first lead of the game for Bryan, meanwhile. Lamberson sends it over again. Tipped over. Bumped up and blocked down by Taylor.
It's a back and forth game, isn't it? After we got to about 14-14, it's just been back and forth.
This has, and Bryan able to take the lead for a brief moment, but of course we're tied again, and now they get the lead back. Fernahue just dropped it into almost the perfect spot.
Yeah, absolutely did. And nicely set up by Lamberson.
That's going to be McKendry Seymour who gets to serve with a 19-18 Bears lead.
Good block at
back.
the net.
What a block by Robb.
Oh. I don't think that was Robb. I think that was Fernahue.
It was one of those two. It was either 14 or 24. Well, it's going to be Seymour serving here. Bumped over by Egner. And that one is out of bounds.
Nice move there by Madison Johnson. Right idea. Just not able to execute.
2019 in favor of Bryan in set number 1. Serve over. And bumped back over and returnable though for Bryan. They do get it over. Nice dig, but to no avail on the part of Macy Eiler.
I mean, she made a valiant effort. She came all the way from the back row to dig that out. And
fortunately for Bryan, though, no one was there to keep it alive. This is Spengler serving. Good bump by Eiler. Eiler bumps it up again, and they're going to give the point to Bryan.
Double hit.
So now Bryan 3 points away from taking set number 1. And we're going to get a timeout called, I think, by Paulding. We'll take it with them here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Last year, over 390 people in Ohio were killed because someone chose to get behind the wheel impaired. This is Lieutenant Bob Ashenfelder of the Ohio State Highway Patrol's Defiance Post. As part of the patrol's ongoing effort to contribute to a safer Ohio, troopers will continue an increased focus on impaired driving arrests in 2018. But we can't fight this battle on our own. We need your commitment to plan ahead by designating a sober driver or call for a ride. If you drink, don't drive.
There comes a time when every family is faced with the difficult choice of aftercare for a family companion. In the past, your choices were limited to burial or cremation. Now there's a better option, Aquamation. It's a gentle, more responsible alternative that allows you to honor the loss of your companion without harming the environment. Aquamation is a simple process similar to Mother Nature's own that allows the family to retain more of their companion's remains. To find out more, call or stop by Creel Funeral Service today.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
And welcome back to this edition of High School Volleyball on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
I want to thank our sponsors, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, BMU, Jason Deach Collision and Custom, Suburban Auto, Creel Funeral Service, Northwest State Community College, and the main stops.
Well, here's Gwen Spangler serving it over. Bumped up in the air, and Dominique with the swat, but returnable. And not a bad return, but Paulding with a chance to return it back again. And unfortunately for them, they don't. Sadie Estel tried to knock it over. And it's a 4-point lead for the Bears. Spangler to serve. Bumped up in the air, swatted down by Estel, and that was a hard hit to return.
Yeah, it was. And Lamberson tried to do it, just couldn't make a good play on the ball.
23-20. And Taylor serving here. Bumped up in the air, and Jess Robb with the kill. Woo. I don't think she could have put that in a better spot. But now 1 point away from taking set number one are the Bears. And this will be Fernahue to serve. She does get it over. Bumped around and a chance at a return. Sent back over. And that's going to go to Bryan. That was McKendry Seamer getting the final kill.
There you go. So the Bears win that first one, 25-20. Nice move there.
So set number one goes to the Bears, and set number two will get started in a matter of moments. We'll be right back here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
One thing that hasn't changed here at Bryan Ford Lincoln is our commitment to service. It's in everything we do. It's in our mission statement. Our goal is simple: customers for life. Kick back in our newly renovated service lounge or business center. We pick up and deliver throughout the local area at no charge. So the next time you need service on your Ford or competitive make vehicle, come out and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln and see why we've earned Ford Motor Company's President's Award 7 times running.
When Cameron's family came to us with a plea for help, we put our minds and our hearts into creating a solution. Selfless teamwork made the impossible possible. NSCC really is the heart of education.
For over 40 years, Bryan, Ohio has been home to the only import vehicle repair specialist in Northwest Ohio, Suburban Auto. Whether it's an Asian or European vehicle, Suburban has the knowledge and experience to keep your import or domestic car running strong. Do you have a hybrid vehicle that's acting up? Suburban is your one-stop hybrid repair shop. Don't be fooled by the one-size-fits-all repair shops. There is no substitute for experience. Come see the import repair pros, Suburban Auto.
There comes a time when every family is faced with the difficult choice of aftercare for a family companion. In the past, your choices were limited to burial or cremation. Now there's a better option, Aquamation. It's a gentle, more responsible alternative that allows you to honor the loss of your companion without harming the environment. Aquamation is a simple process similar to Mother Nature's own that allows the family to retain more of their companion's remains. To find out more, call or stop by Creel Funeral Service today.
Keeping children safe on Ohio school buses is a priority for the Ohio State Highway Patrol. This is Lieutenant Bob Aschenfelder of the Defiance Post. Safety on the roadway is a shared responsibility. Even though motorists are required to stop as a safety measure, children should always look both ways before crossing the street and remain alert to any sudden traffic changes. Together, we can make this a safe school year.
You don't always see them, and they don't always see you. That's the time to call Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs in Edgerton. Many of today's vehicles feature very durable and lightweight aluminum construction, and we are proud to be one of the few shops in the area with the proper tools and certified technicians to bring that aluminum beauty back to life. Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs on State Route 6 on the east side of Edgerton.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month, that's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
Welcome back to Bryan High School. We are through one set of volleyball here in this edition of high school volleyball on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Bryan took the first set 25-20, found themselves in a bit of a hole early on, but dug their way out of it.
Yeah, they really did. Nice job as they came on strong towards the end, and they played great defense. And we're ready to get this one underway.
Both teams 1-1 on the season so far, and this again, it's the first home game of the season for Bryan. So trying to start things off on the right foot here on the home court. Already come up with victory on the road. That was against Napoleon after losing the opener on the road to Tenora over in Defiance. And we've got plenty of high school sports this week for you here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Got high school soccer coming up on Thursday, Bryan versus Archbold. High school football coming up on Friday, Bryan playing their home opener for football against Woodward. It's going to be Paulding to serve first as Emma Horstman sends it over, dug out briefly and sent the other way. Swatted up in the air and still playable for the Bears. Swatted down, and that's going to be a point for Bryan, courtesy of Madison Johnson. And Johnson is going to get a quick breather as soon as she gets the Bears on the board. Gwen Spengler set to serve. Dug out on the other end, a chance at a return. And that's going to land in no man's land and tie the game.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do with that one. Lamberson, she went the wrong way on it.
1-1 the score. And I believe it's Zoe Shepard doing the serving. Oh, nice dig by Spengler. Sent backwards over the net. I think that was Wheatro who sent it over. And the lead right back to Bryan.
Yep.
So it'll be Jess Robb to serve. That's dug out by Tope. Oh, nice swat down, but kept alive by Paulding, but not long enough. I think that was Lamberson who sent it back over. And a 3-1 lead for Bryan. And a good serve to start things out. Swatted down, and that is in.
That was a nice kill right there by Paulding.
I think that was Haley Dominique who got the point for the Panthers. 3-2 the score. Bryan trying to go up 2-0 as Sydney Price gets set to serve it over. Dug out by Spengler. And a good swap by Robb, and the point to Bryan. 4-2 the Bears lead. And it's going to be, looks like Wetro to serve. Wetro gets it over, bumped up in the air. Good save, though, by Mallory Taylor. Chance at a return, though, and another kill for Jess Robb. And a 5-2 lead for the Bears. Dug out again by Taylor, bumped back over. And a chance at a return for the Bears. And sent over almost immediately by Seamer. Chance at another return. And that time it goes out of bounds. And it's a 5-3 lead for Bryan. Well, certainly a better start to set number 2 as far as Bryan is concerned. It's going to be Leah Egner to serve for the Panthers. And she does not get it over off the net. And Bryan will get another serve as Madison Johnson, after coming up with the first point of the second set and getting a decent breather, she comes back in the game. Tipped over. And a chance for Johnson again. Dug out this time. And that one almost gets down, and now it will get down. That was Seamer, McKendry Seamer. And another serve for the Bears. They lead at 7-3. Nice dig by Price. And Lamberson, or rather Johnson, able to send it over. And that's blocked on the Bryan side, so that will be Paulding's point. 7-4. As Jess Robb will get to take a little break. Fernahu coming back in. And a good serve, meanwhile, by Zoe Shepard. Sent backwards, and that one does not make it over. Well, early on in the first set, it was Bryan who was having trouble getting points off of their serves. Now that has almost completely shifted around. Nice dig, though, on the Paulding side. Chance to keep it alive, though, for Bryan as Fernahu sends it over. Tipped around. Nice dig by Spengler. Paulding able to keep it alive, though. Going for the set is Wetro, and knocked down. I think that might have been Lamberson.
Yep, it was.
Kennedy Lamberson getting the point for the Bears. 9-4, they lead it. And it's going to be Seamer serving. And now they'll change things out, and Lamberson will serve.
Yeah, they had the wrong. Lamberson was scheduled to serve.
And so that's going to be a point for Paulding, rather. Megan Tope to send it over for the Panthers.
Nice
Tip back over. Johnson. And we'll get it back on the far side, and that one, good effort by Lamberson, but she was unable to dig it out. 9-6 the score. And another serve coming for Tope. Bumped up in the air. Swatted back over, and Johnson with the kill. Get it right back to the Bears.
Now Seamer's turns to serve.
So Seamer will send it over, and that's going to effectively go as an ace as Tope put it in the stands.
Did a few more of those.
And a timeout. Looks like it's called by Paulding. We'll take one with him on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
You know, gathering with those we love, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page. And that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
The academic advisors at Northwest State are here to help you develop and stick with a great education plan so you can get where you want to go. All roads begin at Northwest State.
One thing that hasn't changed here at Bryan Ford Lincoln is our commitment to service. It's in everything we do, it's in our mission statement. Our goal is simple, customers for life. Kick back in our newly renovated service lounge or business center. We pick up and deliver throughout the local area at no charge. So the next time you need service on your Ford or competitive make vehicle, come out and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln and see why we've earned Ford Motor Company's President's Award 7 times running.
Keeping children safe on Ohio school buses is a priority for the Ohio State Highway Patrol. This is Lieutenant Bob Aschenfelder of the Defiance Post. Safety on the roadway is a shared responsibility. Even though motorists are required to stop as a safety measure, children should always look both ways before crossing the street and remain alert to any sudden traffic changes. Together, we can make this a safe school year.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Welcome back to Bryan High School, this edition of High School Volleyball on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Bryan leads Paulding 11-6 in set number 2. They try to go up 2-0. They've got McKendry Seamer serving. Bumps it over just enough. Sent back over meanwhile, and I think we're going to have maybe a net violation on the Bears. Either way, that point goes to the Panthers. And it'll be Leah Egner, or excuse me, number 18, Kristen Razzo to serve. 11-7, Bryan leads. It's dug out by Spengler. And blocked by the Panthers, and we're going to get another violation on the Bears. Looks like that point's going to go to Sadie Estill, number 23, 11-8 in Bryan's favor. And an ace for Kristen Razzo. And we got a 2-point game, and suddenly Paulding starting to work their way back into set 2, just like Bryan did in set 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sent back up, and Johnson able to send it over. Good swap by Estill, but dug out by the Bears, and that was nearly a point for Wetro. And that point will go to Paulding. That was Estill who sent it over, and we got a 1-point game.
Just like that.
Bears took set 1, trying to take set 2, but Paulding not making it easy on him. Bumped up in the air by Wetro. And it's Wetro bumping it up again.
Oh, nice little touch.
Johnson able to send it back over. 11-10 the score. And somewhat surprised that wasn't called a double hit, but it's still alive. Spengler sends it over, and that's going to go to the Bears.
You're right, though. It did look like a double hit, or if not a double hit, it looked like a carry. One of those two things, because it hung there on the net really a long time.
Yeah, it did. 12-10 the score in Bryan's favor. And Spengler sends it over. Just barely tipped over, and that's going to be a point for the Panthers. (12-11) the score. Bryan has led, I believe, by as many as 5 points in this set. Now just a 1-point lead. Robb sends it over. Still alive on the Paulding side, though. Robb with another good hit. And a good block, but kept alive on the Paulding side by Tope. And swatted down by Fernahu. And a huge point there for the Bears. They lead at 13-11. Fernahu gets it over. And a good block by the Bears. It's kept alive, though, for the time being. And Robb able to put it down.
Nice kill by Robb. He stuck with it.
He's had a couple of points on last couple serves. 14-11 the score. Dug out nicely by Tope. Still alive on the Bryan side. Sent back up in the air, and that's out of bounds.
A little
Off
too
of
much.
Jalen Parrott.
A little too much mustard for Parrott.
A little bit. 15-11. Fernahu serving. Bumped up in the air, diving attempt, but that's going all the way to the scorer's table.
Valiant effort there to get over there, but just out of play.
I think that was Parrott who made the effort to get over there, but 5-point lead again for Bryan. Knocked up in the air and a good return by Dominique. And that one's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Paulding's point. A little bit of hesitation there by the line judge. And now both line judges agree that it was out. 16-11. We'll get a couple of subs on the Paulding side. Bryan leads at 16-12.
Took a while for that point to get up there.
This will be Sidney Price. Sends it over. And a good swat by Lamberson. And that point's going to go to Paulding. (16-13) the score.
Bears need to be careful and not give up a streak to the Panthers here.
And Zoe Shepard sends that one off the net.
There you
Beg
go.
your pardon, not Price. Sidney Price. And it's going to be Wheatro serving for the Bears. 17-13 the score in set number 2. Bumped up in the air. Taylor able to keep it alive and swatted down by Jess Robb. She's having a pretty good second set, but she also had a pretty good first set.
Yes, she did.
Another serve coming up for Wheatro. Gets it over. And swatted back the other way. That looked like it was on the line. Oh, they're giving the point to Paulding.
Wow.
I thought that hit the line.
Me too. But of course, we're a lot further away than they are.
We sure are. Make it 18-14 in Bryan's favor. Sending it over is Egner. And a good swap, but that's out of bounds.
Yep. Good idea.
Seamer. Make it 18-15. Are they giving that point to Bryan?
Did they say they touched it?
They might have.
Wow.
Scoreboard shows 19-14. It was 18-14 just before that serve. But either way, it's Bryan serving, and right now trying to keep it alive, but that one goes out of bounds. And this time they say that Paulding did not touch it. Madison Johnson sending it over. 19-15 the score. Macy Eiler set to serve for the Panthers. And bit of a wait. I think trying to clarify which subs came in, I think was what was going on. And now Eiler sends it off the net.
I like the way they do subs in the elementary and junior high. They stand at the side and then swap in one by one, so you can actually see who's going in and what position they're going to be at.
So 20-15 the score. And that serve out of bounds from Lamberson. Well, it's trading points right now.
Paulding's
Here
gonna take
at
a timeout.
Here at Bryan High School, you could almost name a TV show after that. Put it on TLC.
There you go.
20-16. We'll take a break right with Paulding here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
You don't always see them, and they don't always see you. That's the time to call Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs in Edgerton. Many of today's vehicles feature very durable and lightweight aluminum construction, and we are proud to be one of the few shops in the area with the proper tools and certified technicians to bring that aluminum beauty back to life. Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs on State Route 6 on the east side of Edgerton. There comes a time when every family is faced with the difficult choice of aftercare for a family companion. In the past, your choices were limited to burial or cremation. Now there's a better option, Aquamation. It's a gentle, more responsible alternative that allows you to honor the loss of your companion without harming the environment. Aquamation is a simple process similar to Mother Nature's own that allows the family to retain more of their companion's remains. To find out more, call or stop by Creel Funeral Service today. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Last year, over 390 people in Ohio were killed because someone chose to get behind the wheel impaired. This is Lieutenant Bob Ashenfelder of the Ohio State Highway Patrol's Defiance Post. As part of the patrol's ongoing effort to contribute to a safer Ohio, troopers will continue an increased focus on impaired driving arrests in 2018. But we can't fight this battle on our own. We need your commitment to plan ahead by designating a sober driver or call for a ride. If you drink, don't drive.
For over 40 years, Bryan, Ohio has been home to the only import vehicle repair specialist in Northwest Ohio, Suburban Auto. Whether it's an Asian or European vehicle, Suburban has the knowledge and experience to keep your import or domestic car running strong. Do you have a hybrid vehicle that's acting up? Suburban is your one-stop hybrid repair shop. Don't be fooled by the one-size-fits-all repair shops. There is no substitute for experience. Come see the import repair pros, Suburban Auto.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU extended basic cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
Back here in set number 2 between Bryan and Paulding. Bryan took set 1 already, trying to go up 2-0. They lead set number 2, 20-16, but it'll be Paulding serving. Megan Tope back to serve for the Panthers. Sends it over, that's bumped up in the air by Spengler. And a good kill there for number 12, McKendry Seamer. Give it back to Bryan. They lead by 5.
She was just in the right spot, able to get up and do a nice job with it.
Bump back up, still returnable. And a nice dig. Unfortunately, it's to no avail. Gwen Spengler going down to get it. Unfortunately, Johnson couldn't catch up to it. So it's right back to the Panthers as Emma Horstman will serve. And that goes out of bounds.
Right back to the Bears. That's a break.
22-17 in the Bears' favor. This will be Spengler to serve. Bumped over the net. It looked for a moment like the Panthers might not have been ready for it, but it's still a live ball. Swatted over, tipped, and a point to the Panthers.
Bears tried to get a good block at the net there. It was a combination of Witro and I think Seamer, and just not able to get a clean one there.
Shepard with the serve. Bumped up in the air, and that's Fernahue who sends it over and gets a point back for Bryan.
Lady Bears tennis team coming in. Be interested to see how they did tonight.
23-18 the score. And that was kind of an awkward looking bump by Tope. And tipped over nicely by Robb, and the point to Bryan, and we are at set point. Or is it? They just gave that to Paulding. So,
what was it?
So hold everything. We're not quite at set point just yet.
I wonder what they called that, what they thought there.
Maybe a net violation, I'm not sure. Bumped up in the air and swatted down, and that time the point will go to Bryan, and now we are at set point, and I think that was Lamberson who sent it over. (24-19). Bryan trying to go up 2-0. Up in the air, Estel sets it up, and that's out of bounds.
There you go.
Or is it?
What?
I didn't see a single Bears player touch that.
Wow. Just when you think you win, then they take it away. Who do you say it went off of? I don't know.
Like I said, I didn't see a single Bears player around that. Up in the air, and that's swatted back, but off the net. And the Panthers will get this point.
Golden Bears need to be really careful right here.
24-21.
Need to not make any mistakes.
Egner sends it over. Nice dig, but it's to no avail. 24-22. Can the Bears rather ride out the storm? They do. Off the net. 25-22. And a 2-0 lead at the end of set 2 for Bryan.
And there you go. So a nice job by there to bend and not break. End up getting the win and go up 2-0.
Well, set number 3 will start here in a matter of moments. Until then, we will take a break here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The hands-on training and education at Northwest State opens doors for good paying career opportunities with great local manufacturers. That helps me, my family, and my community.
One thing that hasn't changed here at Bryan Ford Lincoln is our commitment to service. It's in everything we do. It's in our mission statement. Our goal is simple: customers for life. Kick back in our newly renovated service lounge or business center. We pick up and deliver throughout the local area at no charge. So the next time you need service on your Ford or competitive make vehicle, come out and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln and see why we've earned Ford Motor Company's President's Award 7 times running.
Keeping children safe on Ohio school buses is a priority for the Ohio State Highway Patrol. This is Lieutenant Bob Ashenfelder of the Defiance Post. Safety on the roadway is a shared responsibility. Even though motorists are required to stop as a safety measure, children should always look both ways before crossing the street and remain alert to any sudden traffic changes. Together, we can make this a safe school year.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Well, we are back for the start of set number 3 here at Bryan High School. Bryan leads 2-0, winning 25-20 in set number 1, 25-22 in set number 2.
And they have played pretty well. And they, again, at the last set, the Paulding Panthers came back, and the Bears did not give up. They kept it up and were able to get a good win out of that one.
Kind of a different feel to the first set. First set, Bryan had to come from behind, had some early struggles, but they made the comeback, got the win. Set number 2, they led almost the entire way by as little as 1, by as much as 5, I think. But they were able to ride it out and get the win.
Yeah, they did a nice job, and let's try to get set 3 now.
Gwen Spengler set to serve for the Bears. If the Bears win this one 3-0, it will be the second time they've done that this season, but not a good start to this set. You can call that an announcer jinx if you want to. Go ahead. 1-0 in favor of the Panthers. Bumped up in the air, Rob for the return, and sent back down. And they're giving that point to the Bears.
Yeah, net violation there on the front.
Rob to send it over. Bumped up in the air by Parrott, and that's swatted down in a point for Bryan. Looks like that's going to go to McKendry Seymour. And the Bears have a 2-1 lead. Rob sends it over just barely. Tipped up in the air and down for a Paulding point, and that'll go to Jalen Parrott.
All tied up at 2.
And we're going to have had the wrong person set to serve. That was Sadie Estel, who was about to serve, but instead she gives the reins to Sydney Price. Bumped up and sent over by Seymour. And that ball could have easily gone out of bounds. I'm not sure it would have gone out of bounds if Spengler had let it go, but it was close. I mean, not taking any chances. Either way, it's 3-2. Guess you can't blame her for not wanting to take any chances.
Absolutely.
So another serve rather coming up for Price, and well, that time it's not a matter of taking a chance. Spengler had to go get that one.
Yeah, that was gonna like touch right inside the line the way it was angling, and she just kind of laid on the ground, stuck a hand out, and hoped for the best.
Sent back over, and well, another close one, but that's going to go as a point for Paulding. 24, Abby Fernahue going for the return. Sent back over, but off the net. And that point will go to Bryan. They trail 5-3.
Should bring up Courtney Wheatro serving.
It is indeed Wheatro. And she gets it over. Chance at a return. Bump back in the air. Swatted down. Return by Paulding. And we're going to get a whistle, and Paulding's going to get the point. I think that might have been a net violation.
Yeah, that was a nice return by Paulding. It came screaming at number 6, Asia Arellel. And she was able to just kind of stick her arms out and return that. It's like a missile coming at her.
6-3, Paulding leads in set number 3. Arellano serving. Return by Seamer and down for a point. Taylor tried to dig it out, but it's a 2-point game in Paulding's favor.
Rob to serve.
Gets it over. Taylor able to keep it alive. Up in the air, Johnson, dug out by Taylor. Johnson knocks it down.
Nice block there.
I don't think Zoe Shepard was ready for it. Neither her nor Leah Egner. But it's 6-5. Bryan trailing, but right back in the thick of it. And swatted, looked like it was out. Apparently it was off of Bryan.
Wow.
I think that point will go to Taylor.
Interesting that the official that's on the stand called that on the opposite side of the way.
7-5 in Paulding's favor. Bumped up in the air, Johnson able to return it. Kept alive on the Bryan side. Another chance for Johnson. Up in the air, Seamer. And another chance at a Paulding return. Sent back over. Eiler was almost caught off guard by that. Bumped in the air. Still alive. Not anymore.
8 hits there.
8-5 in favor of Paulding. And it's dug up nicely by Spengler. That's barely sent over there by Johnson. Taylor sets it up. I believe that was Arellano who set it up for Taylor, actually. Nope, other way around. Arellano gets the point. Taylor the assist. 9-5 the score in Paulding's favor in set number 3. Bumped over the net, and that's on the ground, and a Bryan point. 9-6 the score in favor of Paulding.
I think that prevented a timeout from Coach Reinhardt. I think if they had gone up 10-5, we would have seen a timeout.
Going to see Lamberson serve. Gets it over. Taylor with a long swap, but that's out of bounds. Make it 9-7. As Bryan tries to work their way back in this thing. Tipped in the air and saved for the moment. Back over the net.
Good job
Paulding with
there.
a good chance at a return. And that is out of bounds. Point to Bryan.
That was a good job by Lamberson to keep that where it needed to be. And then Spengler able to come over and put it over.
9-8 in Paulding's favor, but the last time Bryan cut the score down to 1, Paulding answered, but this time we got a tie ball game. A ball off the net from Paulding.
Just right into the net, not able to dig it out.
Tied at 9. Lamberson serves. Sent over by Arellano and on the ground for a Paulding point.
Well, the two Golden Bears were trying to make a block at the net, and she just got it in a perfect position where they couldn't get to it and just hit the ground. There was nobody could get to it.
10-9 in Paulding's favor. And Tope gets it over. Up in the air. Good return by Lamberson. And that's going to be a point for Bryan, and we're tied again.
Now McKendry Seymour to serve.
Seymour will try to give Bryan the lead. They've only led once here in set number 3. And they won't get it this time. 11-10 in favor of Paulding. I believe that was Estill.
Nope, they're not going to give it to Bryan. They're going to go the other way.
And that's off the net. That point will go to Bryan.
That was weird. I don't know if they said it was out of bounds or what.
Well, I thought it was just kept inside. 11-11 the score.
Spengler serving.
Gets it over, dug out by Tope. Tipped in the air. Nice dig. Kept alive for the time being and back over. Taylor sends it across. Up in the air. Robb with a chance. It's blocked on the other side. That was Fernahue.
Yep. I tell you what. Spengler just doing a great job. She hit the deck, able to save it up, and then right back to her, and she took it over. Great series right there for the Bears.
Spengler with the serve came close to getting an ace, but it was not to be. Robb swats it down, but out. She put a good swat on that ball, but maybe a little bit too much. Tied at 12 in set number 3. Taylor serving. Up in the air, just barely tipped over. Robb with a chance. Gets it down. 13-12. Bryan with the lead. Kind of a back and forth set here in set number 3. It'll be Fernahue to serve for the Golden Bears. Fernahue gets it over. Tipped up in the air. Oh, nice return. I think that was Robb, and that's going to be a point for the Golden Bears.
That was real nice.
Looked like Robb and Seymour were both in the area. And another serve coming for Fernahue. Gets it over, bumps back, swatted down, and Robb again. Woo. Back-to-back points for Jess Robb, and it's 15-12 in favor of Bryan. Another serve for Fernahue.
Robb has a great vertical leap, too.
Up in the air, tipped up, and that point is going to go to Paulding, Jalen Parrott.
The thing about Robb I've noticed during this game is she's really, really good at getting up and getting some height and then some power, but she also has a finesse touch too at the net.
15-13 the score. Up in the air and swatted down, and that was Robb again.
I'm telling you, she's the real deal.
She's having a heck of a night tonight. 16-13. It's not just a matter of she's been on her game for one set and off the other. She's had a nice night in all 3 sets.
She has.
Dug up and sent back the other way, but a chance to return for the Bears. Up in the air, Taylor going for the return,
nice
keeps
move.
it alive. And back to the other side. Lamberson tips it around. Still alive on the Paulding side. Up in the air, Lamberson can't get it over.
Can't get it over. Well, that was some good volleying right there, and a couple of really big heads-up plays by both sides, particularly on the Paulding side of things, where impossible hits are made.
16-14 in favor of Bryan. They have trailed on several occasions here in this third set, but they lead it by 2 for the time being. Bumped up in the air. Nice dig by Taylor. Hit back over, and there's Rob again.
Woo. Seamer did a nice job getting it over, and then Rob clears it out, and she gets the chance to serve.
17-14 in favor of the Bears. We might see a score like that on Friday night when Bryan hosts Woodward in football.
Absolutely.
Swatted back down, kept alive. That point's going to go to Paulding. Seems like very few net violations have gone against Paulding, but that's been somewhat hurting the Bears tonight, although somewhat only in the sense that they are up 2 sets to 9.
They are.
And that one will not get across the net. That was Macy Eiler serving for the Panthers. 18-15 as Lamberson gets set to serve. Up in the air. Sent back over. Swatted down, still alive. Point for Paulding. Looked like it might still be alive, but not for long.
You don't always see them, and they don't always see you. That's the time to call Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs in Edgerton. Many of today's vehicles feature very durable and lightweight aluminum construction, and we are proud to be one of the few shops in the area with the proper tools and certified technicians to bring that aluminum beauty back to life. Jason Dietz Collisions and Customs on State Route 6 on the east side of Edgerton.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Keeping children safe on Ohio school buses is a priority for the Ohio State Highway Patrol. This is Lieutenant Bob Aschenfelder of the Defiance Post. Safety on the roadway is a shared responsibility. Even though motorists are required to stop as a safety measure, children should always look both ways before crossing the street and remain alert to any sudden traffic changes. Together, we can make this a safe school year.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month, that's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
For over 40 years, Bryan, Ohio has been home to the only import vehicle repair specialist in Northwest Ohio, Suburban Auto. Whether it's an Asian or European vehicle, Suburban has the knowledge and experience to keep your import or domestic car running strong. Do you have a hybrid vehicle that's acting up? Suburban is your one-stop hybrid repair shop. Don't be fooled by the one-size-fits-all repair shops. There is no substitute for experience. Come see the import repair pros, Suburban Auto.
Last year, over 390 people in Ohio were killed because someone chose to get behind the wheel impaired. This is Lieutenant Bob Aschenfelder of the Ohio State Highway Patrol's Defiance Post. As part of the patrol's ongoing effort to contribute to a safer Ohio, troopers will continue an increased focus on impaired driving arrests in 2018. But we can't fight this battle on our own. We need your commitment to plan ahead by designating a sober driver or call for a ride. If you drink, don't drive.
One thing that hasn't changed here at Bryan Ford Lincoln is our commitment to service. It's in everything we do, it's in our mission statement. Our goal is simple, customers for life. Kick back in our newly renovated service lounge or business center. We pick up and deliver throughout the local area at no charge. So the next time you need service on your Ford or competitive make vehicle, come out and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln and see why we've earned Ford Motor Company's President's Award 7 times running.
There comes a time when every family is faced with the difficult choice of aftercare for a family companion. In the past, your choices were limited to burial or cremation. Now there's a better option, aquamation. It's a gentle, more responsible alternative that allows you to honor the loss of your companion without harming the environment. Aquamation is a simple process similar to Mother Nature's own that allows the family to retain more of their companion's remains. To find out more, call or stop by Creel Funeral Service today.
The academic advisors at Northwest State are here to help you develop and stick with a great education plan so you can get where you want to go. All roads begin at Northwest State.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Swats it back. Up in the air for Johnson. Gets it over, but still alive for Paulding. And that looked like it went out of bounds, and it did. They're trying to see if maybe a Bryan player touched it. They determined that that was not the case.
So Seamer to serve.
19-16 on the scoreboard. Up in the air. And that appeared to be on the line, and it was. Either on the line or just inside it. I think that was Estel again. (19-17).
Well, she signaled. Usually in is pointing down and out is up, and she signaled up, but it looked clearly like it hit the line.
It definitely did. But it is Paulding's point, so.
What do we know?
Bumped up in the air. Swatted down. That's tipped around and kept alive for the moment. Taylor able to send it over, and that's going to be Bryan's point.
Too many hits. She got to within 3 feet of where it needed to go.
20-17. And Spengler set to serve. Gets it across. Kept alive by Paulding. Up in the air, Rob with a chance. Gets it over, but nice return. And this time Rob spikes it down. (21-17) as Spengler gets it over. And that will not get over the net. Bryan's point again. They lead it by 5. Spengler to serve. Just does get it over. Dug out nicely by Spengler. Rob going for it. Still alive. Rob with a chance, but swatted down, and that's Estel. Sadie Estel having a pretty good game herself.
She is.
She's a coach's daughter of her own head coach, Sherry Estel. And it's 22-18 in favor of Bryan as Taylor serves. Swatted to the opposite side of the court, and that's just in. 23-18.
Fernahue to serve.
Trying to finish off set number 3. Fernahue sends it across, up in the air. Swatted down, point for Paulding. And that was Estel again.
Estel's doing a great job at the net.
So Sadie Estel will get to serve for the Panthers as they try to avoid being swept in 3 sets. That has not happened to them yet this year. Swatted down. Was that Rob again?
I think that was Rob again.
Heck of a night she's having, and it's going to be Wetro to serve for the Bears. 24-19 your score. A point away from closing out set number 3. Gets it over. Up in the air. Taylor has it swatted down, but nice return by Arellano. But that point's going to go to the Panthers.
Yeah, Rob again tried to bring it over, and she did a nice job, but just outside.
24-20. This will be Leah Egner to serve.
Last time the Bears were in this situation, they put it into the net. We'll see if it happens again.
Bumped up in the air. Sent over by Reamer. Swatted down, point for the Bears. Rob was in the area again. And the Bears are going to sweep the series, or sweep the match rather.
25-20 again, so they win 25-20, 25-22, 25-20. So a good night for the Golden Bears.
So the Golden Bears will move to 2-1 record-wise on the season, and the Panthers will fall to 1-2.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.